Hey guys, welcome back to Mesha's Corner. Today I'll be making my jerk spiced turkey collared meatballs. So yeah, let's get started. To my food processor, I'm going to add about a 1/4 cup of cilantro and half of a medium onion. And I'm using red and yellow bell peppers, about a 1/3 cup. You can use as much or as little or whatever colors you want to use. That's totally fine. And then I'm going to pulse this to consistency. Do not make it a paste. You still want to see like little pieces in here, so don't make it a paste, guys. Let's talk turkey. So I have lean turkey here, 1 pound, 97 lean, 3% fat. Now, Miss Ground Turkey does not bring anything to the fashion show. She does not come with bells and whistles. So please season your ground turkey as precise as possible. Okay? I'm laughing, but I'm so serious. She comes with nothing, so you need to put everything into her so she does not look bland on the walkway. So let's get started with this. First, we're going to start with the vegetables that we grounded up earlier. I'm going to start with half of it because I think I did a lot. So I'm putting half of it in here. Then you already know jerk involves a lot of, some lemon juice, but we're not trying to incorporate any more moisture into the meat, so I'm going to use the lemon zest. So you're just going to use your zester, mandolin, grater, whatever you have. Maybe the zest of a whole lime because limes are pretty small. So then I'm going to go in here with 1 beaten egg. That was a medium beaten egg. And the binder that I'm using is oatmeal. If you have panko, breadcrumbs, whatever you have, you can use what you want to use. But I have oatmeal, so that's what I'm using. So I'm going to go in here with a 1/3 cup of oatmeal. And then the jerk spice that I'm using is Keith Loren jerk spice seasoning. And I'm going to go in here with about 1.5 tablespoons of it. I'll put the link in the description box on how you can get that spice. It's really good. I'm also going to go in here with some garlic powder, about 1 teaspoon, and onion powder, teaspoon, and lots and lots of black pepper. I added about a cup of cooked collard greens. The collard greens I used were frozen, and all I did was put it on the stove and let all the water absorb, with the heat. If you don't want to do it that way, you can use a cheesecloth and squeeze the water out, but I find it more precise when I heat it on the stove and just let all the water absorb out of the collard greens. So then I added it in here. Don't forget to add your salt. And yeah, mix this up, start making your balls, and then we're going to move on from there and make the sauce. These are my meatballs. I got about 12 large ones out of this. If you do them smaller, you probably could get 18 out of it. So yeah, I'm going to put them in the fridge so they could take a break. They need to rest. And then preset your oven to 350, 375. And we're going to bake these off for about 15 to 20 minutes. I'm going to work on a quick, well not quick, but a little sauce for the meatballs, of course. So I'm going to start off with about 1/2 cup of fresh pineapple. I'm using fresh because that's what I had. Then remember the peppers that we had left over from earlier. I saved over about 1 tablespoon or so of it. The mixture that we put in the meatballs, because we don't waste anything. We use everything. Then I'm going to go in here with about 1/2 cup of water. The juice from the lime that we zested earlier. I'm using half right now, and the other half I may use later. 1/4 cup of brown sugar. A couple tablespoons of apple cider vinegar. About 1/4 cup of ketchup. Some garlic powder. Pepper. More jerk seasoning. About 1 teaspoon or so. And a tiny bit of salt. And then I'm going to put this on the stove, let it come to a boil, and simmer for about 15 minutes until it thickens. And then when the meatballs are done, I'm just going to brush the meatballs a little bit with the sauce. I'm not going to drench them into the sauce. So put your meatballs in the oven, 375, about 15 to 20 minutes. And make sure you check your meatballs after they're done. My sauce is done. and it thickened up really, really nice for me. I'm just gonna brush over my meatballs. As you can see, it gives it a beautiful color. I did add the other half of my lime and some more black pepper at the last minute because it was kind of sweet, a little sweeter than I prefer, so the lime definitely helped it out. You could definitely omit this step. You don't need sauce. I tried one of these meatballs and they're super delicious, super moist, but I wanted sauce, so I'm putting sauce. Okay, so I'm gonna plate this up and I'll see you guys in a minute. This is what the meatballs look like. All I did was put the pineapple that was in the sauce around my plate, and then I put some lime wedges also on the plate. I didn't do much to it, but all I know is these meatballs are super delicious and super, super moist. So I hope you try this recipe. Like, share, subscribe. Let me know what you think. And I'll see you guys next time on my